Welcome to 50 Great Short Stories. Ta-da! Today is our 10th grade short story. It's called The Graven Image, and it is written by this guy named John O'Hara. Heard that name before, eh? John O'Hara! Anyways, we're not going to talk about Oreos or anything, but let's just get this party started! Alright, let's start off firstly with a summary of the story. It's 1943, it's during World War II, and the Undersecretary of the Roosevelt administration comes in, and he's all like, "Hey, so I'm glad you answered my email to a guy named Charles Browning. By the way, the Undersecretary's name is referred to as Joe." That all happens, and then Charles Browning is like, "Nice, yeah, I saw your email. I saw your mail. It's good, nice. But right now, I think it's kind of nice, and also it's no sense of like putting you off because like I have no idea where you'll be in a month or so." And that happened. They go ahead, start doing this chit chat thing about politics, about people, about like how to show these bastards that we're better than them about this goddamn town. Yes, actually, that's a little quote from this. That happens, and they start talking about jobs. Of course, this is during World War II, and it's also during the Roosevelt administration. Then they also start talking about jobs and things, and what the Undersecretary wants on the mail. So we actually never saw it itself. Of course, then they start talking about jobs, and at the end, they just part ways during the World War II. That's pretty much it. There's not much more to it. But if there is something I'd like to add to that, it's basically that this graven image that was imaged and presented and projected onto this, that is what's that's actually something that's really interesting for this story too. The graven image is specifically a story that just tells us about things, and the thing is, people are not willing to go ahead and, well, you get a job because some of them are either lazy or some of them aren't skilled enough to get one. Also, others want jobs, but people won't just accept them. And to be honest, there's a lot of things to do too. This also reminds me of like the rules of the ruler, and that's all interesting and great. But one thing I'm fairly certain of is that, well, you can't have a cherry pie. You can't have a cherry pie without cherries. So in this case, you can't have a country without the citizens. You can't have and your citizens can't do anything without like jobs and those things. To be honest, that's true enough. So what is the point of this? I mean, this also kind of reminds me of The Raven written by Edgar Allan Poe. Other than like the similarity in the titles, also this one's not creepy. They still talk about graven things. Like there's a lot to actually talk about here too. There's this graven image etched into it. There's this graven idea etched into people's eyes, into people's minds, and I guess the fear about this, remembering that this was about World War II, is that this story itself is possibly about just to explain the horrors of life. The Undersecretary of President Roosevelt would probably have a very, very hard time. But the thing is, he possibly also had a good time too. He came in to talk about a problem, and he got what he wanted. And so I guess it also has a little hidden meaning if you persist, and if you keep on persisting, you can do it. And also, you need to change your mindset on how to persist. And I actually have no more to say, so hopefully you guys actually did enjoy this episode. I hope to see you guys soon, and until next time, Shnan out, peace, and please wear a helmet. Bye.